Hello, everybody. Welcome to another night of Under Fractured Sky. Some great Dungeons and Dragons action. I am super thrilled to be able to broadcast today. We're going to be taking a break next week, so this is going to be like um, our last session before the 1 week break. And then once that's over, we're going to actually start the Averhold games. Ooh, ah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank you. Um, so let's get things started with some introductions. Starting things off, top of the list, Salix.
Hey everyone, it's me, Salix, he, him. I play Fringle, the gnome cleric.
Very good. And Miyoko.
Hello. I am Miyoko, and I play Eye of the Forest, the Tabaxi Warlock.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. And Cheryl, who do you play?
I play Wayra Evnas, the half-orc bard.
That you do. Yes. I don't like this bit. I'm gonna quit it. So Dan, tell us about yourself.
I'm Dan, pronouns he, him, and I play Jacques, the Komodo dragon lizardfolk ranger.
And Zul.
Hello, that's me. I'm Zul, he, him pronouns, and I play Avne de Beauveau, the Cockatiel Kenku Paladin.
And last but definitely not least, the unkillable, the super thrillable Mega.
Hello, my name is Mega, he, him, his, and I play the character Nova Amberle, the fire genasi wizard whose pockets are burning quite the hole.
Oh.
Now, in reference to last session.
Ah,
you
yes.
mean quite the haul, but shush.
Hot, you could say there now, Hot Pockets.
Hot pockets.
Hot Pockets.
What they say, hot pocket?
It's don't worry about it. It's something that doesn't exist yet. It's like a pie, but
No, that's just when Nova is inside a giant's pocket.
now when you say it like that, no. Okay, so let's get into it now. So, when last we left the party of Avne the Kenku Paladin, Forrest the Tabaxi Warlock, Fringle the Gnome Cleric, Nova the Fire Genasi Wizard, Shaq the Lizardfolk Ranger, and Wayra the Half-Orc Bard, they had just located Joachim Riga, the former necromancer known as Rigavoom, in a jail cell. Claiming to be reformed, the party entrusted the former necromancer with the details of one of Blount's missions, freeing Rathbone, the once deceased gnoll and former bodyguard to Blount, from an undead curse that kept his soul bound to the material plane. The ex-necromancer claimed that the curse was a component to a larger spell, and that, with his former apprentice Jebavim now dead, he had indicated that he was perhaps the best person to free the gnoll from this curse, and would come along with the party peacefully. So, we rejoin the party in an ancient prison beneath Black Wallow Cave. All right, so Rigavoom, I'm not Rigavoom, he's not known by that anymore. Joachim Riga is now outside the cell. So, what is everybody doing now?
Watching him very, very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, Jacques is like right next to him. But considering he got that insight to know that Riga was not going to try anything, he's more relaxed.
I'm just gonna be right behind Riga.
Well, let us. I mean, I shouldn't be the one to, take the lead on this one, but should we get out of here?
Seem to be much else for us to do.
Well, I think wait, at this point have we grabbed the treasure, or do we just like take count of it?
You guys have basically divvied it up. Well, not divvied it up like
Yeah.
formally, but you've all kind of
We've cut
collected
in the
it.
sack somewhere.
Okay. So now, Riga, if you don't mind me asking, uh, would you be alright with me perhaps making use of Missy, that even though she is gone, perhaps in death she might be able to serve someone in life. Yeah, how do I say this? She could continue to protect someone. I can make things out of those the beasties I've hunted. I could perhaps the rest of you could go ahead of me. I'll be about an hour behind, but I could
Oh,
find a way to make a shield.
So
It's-
Riga takes a moment and seems to take deep thought. I certainly hope that whatever you make will honor her spirit.
I'll do my best to ensure that.
This might sound a bit crass, but why are you asking a necromancer about using dead body parts?
That's an above game laugh, by the way. um,
but a very good point, nonetheless.
a wonderful point.
Mhm.
Um, delivered really well. Okay, let me back into character here. I suppose I deserve that, if not many more things. I appreciate him asking nonetheless.
Considering that she meant so much to him, I figured I should at least ask permission first, despite of what he used to be. I will still show respect when I can.
That's fair.
It's very admirable.
So if the rest of you want to fuck off out of this prison, I'm going to go make a shield.
Fuck off. Hmm.
Nova, please don't say that.
Don't repeat that, Sosito. Don't repeat that.
I can make no
Hey.
promises.
So, anybody else want to do anything in the dungeon before actually exiting it?
Joke, are you sure about that?
I can find my way back. Besides, I'm traveling by a fort on the way back. If I need to make a pit stop, I will.
All right. Just don't
Joaquin,
get hurt.
Yes.
did you have another locations that you had stored any notes?
Beyond my former study in the nearest corridor, no.
Very well.
But trust me, I do wish for most of that to be disposed of.
Definitely, the majority of it I do wish to dispose of. Of course, anything that can be used to locate your former associate would be most.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Would be most
Helpful.
former associate.
The cultist,
The what?
the cultist.
Oh, I never associated with the cultists. That was entirely Jebovin.
Ah, very well. In that case, do you know where Jebovil might have kept any notes, if any?
Well, once he locked me up in here, I can only assume that he took over my study. So perhaps in there.
Forrest will look at the others and say, how thoroughly would you say you are searching that room?
Honestly, I would like you to just burn the whole room.
That can be arranged, but as I said, anything that can be used to strike the cult should be used.
To my knowledge, I don't know what is in there.
Well, sorry, she had been asking the group if they
Oh,
were
I'm sorry.
confident in how much they had.
I thought you were asking him how thoroughly you would search it.
No, no, she had asked the group how confident they were in their search.
Only
No,
Nova
well,
had gone in there.
Yet, I look around at a lot of things, but then again, I went in there not knowing if there was anything of use. It was mostly only for scientific things, and I don't really study the sciences too closely.
Then
I
I
could
think
take a look around if you want.
yeah, before I get to Deborah, I could you could tell me what to look for now. Take a look.
how about I think you go ahead with the boys. That will take some time. The search might take some time as well. Myself and Fringle will be good.
Okay, so Miyoko, since you don't have access to the roll 20 right now, I presume that you will instead be assisting Fringle with his rolls, or
Whoever is higher, but D, you have permission to roll for me.
okay. Let me see who is. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Fringle, what's your excuse me, sorry. What's your investigation?
2.
Okay, pulling up forest. I've got a lot of people to really sort through here.
I
Forest
think
is a
I have
3.
permission. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead and roll an investigation, Fringle, and anybody else who wants to check out the other, check out the study.
Okay.
Would Nova try to give a
Alright, sure, I'll
second
do
hand
that.
since he has a better idea of what he's looking for?
Sure.
And
And everybody's just gonna keep watch on the guy.
not great.
Yeah, 13.
11.
And Nova, were you going to look as well?
Oh, sorry. I forgot that a new image was added, so it's like, where's my character sheet? Oh, there it is.
Oh.
But just like every time like a new like tab or something gets added, it's like I go to the usual place. Where did it go?
Where's the usual place? Oh no. All right. Okay.
That'll be a 16 for Nova.
So what you find in here, much the same as before, Nova, what you find is mostly scientific texts and stuff about alchemy, as well as like numerous other like disciplines of magic, but really in only how they apply towards biological matter, as opposed to anything beyond that in a practical sense. You find a lot of apparatuses for like magical crafting and scientific crafting. And let me check something else really quick. As far as anything pertaining to cultists or cult activity, you find nothing.
So it does not look like there is anything more than what I found before. Certainly nothing for cultists or anything of the sort.
By the way, who's watching over Joaquin?
Me.
Okay. So, a cockatiel, huh?
Yes.
You don't see too many of their kind. Not up here, anyway.
I get that quite often.
Sorry, I just wanted to do that quick little aside.
Now you're good. They're not very happy with this guy.
Awkward small talk.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so everybody but Shaq. Is there anything else you want to do in here?
What happened with the rest of the investigation results?
Oh, that was like
I
a
think
combined
I
effort.
missed that.
Sorry, you didn't find anything related to the cult. Just a bunch of magical, a lot of magical stuff in relation to how it applies to biology, and some alchemy stuff, but nothing really, groundbreaking or new.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so now what?
Forest.
You cut out.
Said forest is pretty good.
Okay.
Found it.
So top side then, or
Yeah, Nova has decided he is tired of this dreary place.
Wayra is still really hurting, so she really wants to get out of here
okay.
and go like sleep for 3 days.
All right, so you all exit the prison. Do you also exit the cave?
First, does Nova notice if Jebovin's body is still there?
It is.
Okay, it looks like the body was undisturbed.
That is
Is the
good.
white still in the room?
Yes.
Okay, that one did not come back.
Both very good things.
And the zombies are piles of bone and guts.
Oh, so disgusting.
Do you think we should take Jepovin, was it? Do you think we should take his body?
And do what with it?
No, the other people we fought turned into goo monsters
Oh, that
because
abomination.
they were involved with the cult. If he was, do you think we should take his body for investigation? If not, I say we burn it with everything else.
Forrest,
I
as
say
the
we burn.
go ahead. You're gonna go ahead anyway.
I say we burn it.
He nods. Not Jovin because he's dead, but
The one who's not dead nods.
It's
Joachim
like,
nods.
what?
The corpse of Jebovim.
Final
Roll
boss.
initiative.
No.
Cast Cone of Cold. Again.
He's quite dead and bled out. There's
You never can tell with these necromancer types.
I would rather we burn it or bury it respectfully, but I understand why you all want to do that.
Forrest already has a torch out.
Forest.
What?
I say we throw everything into the hole that leads to the prison and then light everything on fire.
That sounds like a good idea. If only we had some sort of explosive or like an earthquake.
It's good.
Could
Yes,
you?
Kujoa?
I have explosives.
Of course you do.
When are we going to tell the association about this place?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right. I figure these two will as soon as we get back.
Yeah.
Also, Jacques is still in there.
Oh
I think.
Yeah.
Yes, we should wait until he comes. But no, once he comes back up, we can put the rest of the bodies down there, and then we can blow the place up.
I mean, we should. As much as I want to see it blow up, we should really let the organization know about this, and they can send a cleanup crew and, see if anybody down there was missing.
Oh, thank you, Control.
That is a fair.
Also, I really don't want to cause an uncontrollable fire.
Well, that's why
Oh,
we're going
yeah,
to
we
put it in the
kinda-
hole.
Yes, it's down in a stone prison.
Oh, hold on. You were saying something, Wayra?
Well, see, we've kind of done that and it didn't go well.
What
What?
did you set on fire?
You were there.
Yeah!
I'm
What
very
Nova,
confused.
Nova is,
I don't
Nova
remember
is
this.
now. Nova is now worryingly What did you set on fire?
I legit don't remember this.
The temple.
Yeah!
You set part of the forest on fire, I think.
Yeah! Yeah, we did.
You did.
You didn't create any
right.
precautions?
We were too busy
I-
running for our lives.
A little bit like that, yes.
And destroy the forest in the process?
Well, excuse us for fighting giant monsters.
Oh.
I fight giant monsters too, but I don't set things on fire that I don't know how to control.
Well, excuse
that
us
is-
for not being made of fire.
Whoa.
Actually, no. I
And
would
it comes
just
with
say
a lot
that.
of responsibility.
Children!
I would just say that Nova is smarter than us.
Children, calm down, please.
Why do you call them children? You don't seem to be much older than them.
That is not the point I want to make. You all are acting like children.
I suppose I agree with that.
We will have a fire safety lesson later.
Let us focus on the task at hand.
What is the task at hand?
Damn, already, give me patience.
Waiting for
Nice.
Jack.
Yes.
He said to go along the trail without him. He'll catch up.
So,
And I trust him because
if-
he was our living map when we were on our travels.
If I may interject, this one over here,
Yeah.
the tall one, the tall green one, appears to be very injured. Perhaps a little bit of rest.
Of course.
Sounds like a plan.
Kajoa is just staring at a lightning bug that happens to be inside the cave. Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
rest sounds good.
Yes.
Lyra very sort of achingly takes out her lute and starts playing a song of rest.
Are you guys in the cave or are you outside the cave resting?
Probably outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Avner would want to be outside.
It smells like death in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Song of Rest gets you to add a 1d6 when you use a hit dice.
Cool, I'm gonna do that. I need it right now. Dope. The D6, right?
Mhm.
Cool. Aw, damn it.
Hey, that was one hit point you wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
It's fair.
Yeah.
So I got 11.
You know, I want to try 2d6. I mean, 1d6. I'll take the first one. 5.
Cool, I'll take that.
I get 8 hit points back. Yay.
I just keep getting gold on these hit dice rolls.
Did you even lose anything?
I like basically the only damage I took was from the cone of cold several hours ago.
Oh, okay.
Lyra took
and
a lot of hits.
And I used like two hit dice to recover to what I am now. Or so it's just like I had some things to spare.
Oh, and by the way, so let me describe, the scene a little bit. So just outside the cave, there seems to be the remnants of an old fire pit, and maybe like some old some logs that were used as old benches, but it's all overgrown with grass. Um, Judging by what you saw inside the cave, that table with the turned over bench, and um, just a few other things, you can deduce that this was a bandit hideout for a time before it was used as a necromantic den of sorts. And Joaquin is just kind of sitting near the old overgrown fire pit in like a meditation pose.
They'll be meditating as well, and or napping.
What else is everybody doing? Anything?
Forrest is probably gonna rest as well. Probably use a hit. Actually, is she down anything?
Oh yeah, shit. I
Okay.
forgot that I'm supposed to be checking that for you. Yes, she is currently at 17 hit points out of a total of 36.
Yeah. I'll use a hit die.
Why is it showing
Do
you
you
have
mind if
8 hit dice?
It's super weird. I've messed with that before. My hit die is a D8, and I have 4 hit dice, but like no matter how I switch those numbers about, it always reads that I have 8 hit dice for some reason,
Okay, well,
and that they're all D4s. Yeah, it's super weird.
how many hit dice do you want to use?
Just one.
Okay, yeah, because because it showed up as a D8. I don't know what that's all about, so I'm just gonna roll it raw for you.
Well, it is a D8.
Right, but it showed up as a D4.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 6 plus 2, so 8 total.
Don't forget the extra
Uh,
D6.
That was the extra D6. The D6 was the 2.
Oh,
And
okay.
is that including her +1 to con?
Sorry, I'm all full up here.
Was it including her +1 to con?
It was not, so it's 9.
So, all right, awesome.
Did you want to
Right.
use just the one or?
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
So Nova, meanwhile, is in the corner, uh, kind of like, like balling up his fists and trying his best to remember how to punch correctly. It's like I think I twist like this.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, I am practicing my punches.
Oh. And Kajoa just like sits down next to you eagerly.
So then Nova continues practicing.
Okay.
And,
Can I give you a little bit of expert advice?
oh, sir, honestly, it has been a while since I've been able to train. So,
We're gonna have to. You should train with us. Oh my god, you should train with us. You should totally train with us.
oh, really? Are you sure you would not mind?
No, more the merrier. But here,
It's just, oh, okay.
let me show you. And she grabs your fist and she pushes your arm back towards your side. You see, you twist like this, and she pulls your arm towards her, twisting your arm as, like your fist is in a punch, kind of thing. Position. There we go. I'm getting all gummed up again. And shows you the proper punching form. Like this.
Nova tries to repeat. Ha!
Yeah, like that. And it's important that you hit them with this part of your hand and not this part. And don't tuck your thumb in, or else you're gonna break your thumb.
Yes, I remember that. Mother told me specifically to remember that.
Oh, that's
I
great.
learned that lesson once.
Aw.
Do you know? Do you know what happens when you punch a tree so many times the wrong way?
No, educate me. She says as she looks side to side, like, of course she knows what that's like.
It really hurts.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it must. I'm sure it does.
But I guess some lessons you learn the hard way.
'Cause trees are hard. She nods sagely.
Yes, they are. And Nova smiles.
Okay, anybody else want to do anything? Want to talk to anybody?
Evan would like to talk to Forrest, but later.
Okay. All right, so Jack, what's up, buddy?
So he goes over to the boar, and he's gonna use during a short rest Cunning Artisting, which I will pop up now. As part of a short rest, you can harvest bone and hide from a slain beast, construct, dragon, monstrosity, or plant creature of size small or larger to create one of the following items: a shield, a club, a javelin, or 1d4 darts or blowgun needles. To use this trick, you need a blade, such as a dagger, or appropriate artisan's tools, such as leatherworker's tools. Thankfully, he has a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And what he's going to do is he's going to take off like all the fur and just the skin and the flesh from the skull. He's going to take out like what the organs as much as possible, the eyes. He's going to carefully take like kind of carve out a part of the skull and take out the brain and like using the materials at hand to seal that skull part back in so it's solid one piece as much as possible. What's that noise?
Good question. It sounded like the sound of somebody's volume being turned up or something.
Huh.
It was weird. Anyway, it's gone now.
All right, and he's going to leave the horns in those big curving horns at the top of the skull.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take off those two back tusks. That was part of the upper skull, but leave the kind of the two smaller ones near the nose and the kind of medium-sized ones that were kind of under the eyes. And he's also going to take two of the ribs and fasten them underneath. So he's taken the he's left the jaw off. He's taking the skull, fixing the two ribs apart to it. So they're like the handles. You stick your arm through one, the first one, and you can grab the second. And the way this skull shield is, it's if your arm was at rest, imagine, because don't have anything to reference.
So basically, you're trying to make like a heater shield out of like the boar's face.
Yeah, basically the face and the skull,
Oh, okay.
and like leaving the horns on for like decoration.
Okay.
And so with an arm at rest, the nose would be pointed down, and the horns would be up near the kind of pointing upwards.
All right. Well,
And so that's how it would look.
fantastic. Well, you make it.
Metal, dude.
A troll boar skull shield. Or troll
Metal,
bull shield.
dude.
Very good. Add it to your inventory.
Alrighty. Troll boar shield.
And are you going to be using any hit dice to replenish HP, or are you all set?
Nah, I'm all set.
Okay.
Also, since the way he's carrying it is by wearing it, should I just increase my armor class at that point?
How are you just going to be wearing it on your?
Yeah, he's just gonna be using like a free hand to kind of hold it onto him, like as if he would use it, but it's the way he's carrying it.
Okay. I will let you know that it will interfere with how you fire your bow.
Yeah,
So like, anytime that you're wearing it, you would have
he'd have to
disadvantage
drop
on
it.
attacks, or yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he doesn't intend
You hold
to
it with
fight
your
any-
teeth.
Well, he just dropped the shield at that point if he's gonna use a bow. But since he's just traveling, he's just
Somebody's
wearing
breathing
it on him.
heavily into their mic.
Welcome to Underfractured ASMR.
Ha. Anyway. So, yeah, that was the troll boar that I just put up there for the viewers
Yeah.
at home. Yeah. So then once you're finished with that, you can rejoin the party topside.
And I will with the thing on my left arm. So, I thought the rest of you would be gone by now.
Yes, but we decided to take a rest before we leave.
By the way, I'm sure the skull is still kind of a little bloody. He doesn't have any water to wash it thoroughly.
Do you want me to clean that? He says,
No.
shouting from the corner.
No, let's just find a river or stream. We'll do it there. Or back in the bathroom.
All the magics of the world, and he wants to use water, thinks Nova.
Friggin' water, it's a shame. Anyway, so now you guys get to decide who gets what for treasure.
Oh, geez, how to split that up?
Yeah. So just
know,
to
right?
refresh the viewing audience at home, so what they ended up with were 3 amethysts, 1 amber, 3 garnets, 2 jet, 147 gold pieces, 211 silver pieces, a silver chalice set of four with moonstones embedded in the chalices, a velvet pillow, blue, an ivory and gold elephant statuette, a red a red velvet pillow, and 3 rubies.
Forrest would immediately like to point to the velvet pillow and say, "Do you mind if I take this?"
Oh, yes, it looks like a very nice pillow.
Go
Not
ahead.
here.
Yes,
Here.
you don't
If
mind.
not hearing any objections, she will take the velvet pillow.
All right, so which one, red or blue?
Red.
Okay, so the red velvet pillow is taken care of. So let me do something to make things easier. So let's see. So 1, 3, 9. You have, sorry, between the amethysts, the garnets, and the rubies, you have gems of comparable value to each other. Like the rubies are obviously finer, but they're still of a comparable value. The amber and the jet, those are lesser value. But yeah. So you have a total of 9, 10. You have 12 different gemstones amongst 6 different
Nope.
people.
Nova
Okay.
would be attracted to the rubies if for no other reason than that he was the one that found them.
Forrest would definitely be interested in at least 1 amethyst.
Okay. So Nova, how about you take 2 rubies?
Yoki doke.
And Forrest, you can take 2 amethysts.
Okay.
Does anybody want a garnet?
Well, I mean, everyone wants Garnet, but they can't
Yeah.
have her.
Precisely.
That is true.
Quick question.
Yes.
What's jet?
Jet is like a pitch black gemstone.
Fringle would take the amber and 1 jet.
Okay,
Yeah.
the amber and 1 jet. Okay.
Wayward will take a garden.
Okay. So remaining there is 2 garnets and 1 jet. Who hasn't taken any gems yet?
Jack will take basically whatever everyone else doesn't take.
Okay. Then you can have 1 jet and 1 garnet, and Wayward can take the additional jet piece.
Okay. Or garnet. I think it's
Wasn't
next
there
year.
also an amethyst?
I got the amethyst.
You got two of them.
Oh yeah,
still one
there's
left over.
also who only took one.
I took. Okay, who took a garnet? Because I took one, and there's 3 of them.
And
I
then
took
Shaq
one.
took one. So there's one amethyst and one garnet left.
I will take a second garnet.
Who hasn't got any gems?
Did I miscount?
Oh, that would be
but
Ja.
they don't
That'll-
want any.
What's that? Avne, what was that?
I think Avne hasn't taken any, but they don't want any.
Oh, okay. So that's where okay, so I didn't count wrong. Okay, and I already lost track of what the remaining ones were. I think it was 1 amethyst, 1 jet, or 1 amethyst, 1 garnet.
One amethyst.
One
one
amethyst,
garnet.
because
No,
all
it's-
3 garnets are spoken for.
Okay.
Yeah, Wayward took the second garnet.
Okay. All right. Fuck it, Forrest. You get the remaining ones then. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
delegate them to you.
So that's the third amethyst and the other jet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are the garnets matched?
They are.
Awesome. Wayra's getting earrings made.
Nice.
Okay, and as for the money, let me think. I'll calculate it for you. Recalculating. So whoops, I got them mixed up. Shit. So 211 divided by 10. 21.1 gold worth of silver pieces. So somebody got a message.
There is that was a notification from my phone. Sorry about that.
That's okay. So if we go by raw value, fuck, I did that wrong. Never mind. Hold on. 147 plus 21. 168 divided by, not 12, divided by 6 would be 28 gold pieces worth with a 1 silver piece remaining for everybody.
Okay.
For the sake of ease, I will let you write these down as gold.
Thank
That
you.
was
Cool.
21 gold worth or 28?
28.
28. Two.
So that leaves the chalice set, the ivory and gold elephant statuette, and the blue velvet pillow.
I guess Avne will take the blue velvet and the chalice pieces.
Well,
Blue velvet.
the elephant looks neat. If no one has any objections, would I be able to take it?
Absolutely.
Fine with that.
Yes, go for it.
That is okay.
Thank you. And he takes the elephant, looks at it a little bit, like never seeing a creature like this before, and then very carefully puts it in the bucket.
That fucking bucket. Yes.
And he sets it with the other 2 gems that are in there too. It's like, these are mine.
It is a
Jack
very
does
nice.
not have a backpack. He has a bucket.
All
Yep.
right.
It's a bucket.
So what are we doing now?
I suppose we head to wherever we need to go.
We're
Now,
heading back
Where,
to
where would had Grumcha taken Drexus?
I suppose back to our quote-unquote hideout.
Oh no, we don't take prisoners back there. She
probably took
him back to the Boar's End.
Mm.
are we allowed?
I guess. I don't know.
I think it would be best for us to escort Rigavum back to fuck, out of character. I already forgot the Knoll's name. Rathbone.
Rathbone.
Yeah. It would we should probably escort Rigavum back to Rathbone.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
So you do that, and
Yeah.
the journey takes.
Cute.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just like, cue the map scene with the Indiana Jones map scene with the airplane. Only instead of airplanes, it's walking.
It's footprints.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so let me just just to give everybody at home a visual of what is going on. Here's the map of this region that they're in. They were up near. I'm sorry, I forgot what point it was. Does anybody remember?
I think it was
Cave of
F.
Buckwater or Bankwater.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a
Oh,
little
yeah.
northwest
That's where
there.
Rapid Send.
It was
It's the
K.
star.
Yes. Okay. So they're up here where the star is. So the quickest way to get back to Baytherry and the Boar's End Tavern is to just go back to the red road, not the actual name of the road. That's just the color that I indicated it with, and just kind of take them back from there. Somebody's breathing heavily into their mic again. All right, so that journey takes about, let's see here, it's about 8 miles from there. About
Wouldn't it be quicker to go through Norwell?
from where you're at, let's see, it take about 19.2 miles in comparison to 21 miles. So yes, it actually would be to go through Norwell. It's just that we can't stop in Norwell because I have nothing planned for Norwell.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. So party goes back to Norwell, which will be described at a future date if we ever become relevant with it again.
Just remember, D. No sleep till Brooklyn.
Oh, whoops! I gotta do it on the correct thing because I was about to do it on the stream version of the map, which wouldn't actually show up. So, do. Na 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 na. So it takes you about 3 days to get there, and it goes without incident.
Those are 3 nice long rests,
Sweet.
I assume.
Everybody has at some point taken a long rest, so
Yes.
everybody gets
Yeah,
their
good.
stuff back.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, thank you.
Has Forrest slept?
That's up to you to decide if Forrest slept.
I mean, the big thing is what kind of dreams is she having?
Well, just the same dream that you always have, which is just being caught in this big shadowy space with this huge black writhing ball of eyeballs, arms, and other appendages.
Okay, so probably not at all.
Evney would encourage you to sleep.
Actually, no, she probably would try the first night with the pillow because that's specifically what she got it for. But then
Aw.
after that night, probably just be like, no, I am okay. I'm quite all right, like partially manic. I'm all right.
At any
I
rate,
know I
you
have a sleep spell.
you have lost the point of exhaustion that you did have. At
Okay,
any rate.
cool.
So you wander back into Baytherry, and it's here that you. Where do you guys bring him? Where do you want him to go?
Where you
I
want him to go,
suggest-
Joe?
To the tavern, right?
Okay.
We
I
go. We
suggest-
go.
Sense to Nova.
Yes.
What was that, Salix?
I suggest we stay here and Kajoa take him to the tavern because we kind of got arrested and kicked out of town last time.
This is true. It's true.
This is a different time.
It has been revealed to you guys that Carduin and Dundweller are members of the organization, and the implication was that they had arrested you because somebody in town had reported seeing you guys get into the fight, and they did it to appease the townsfolk that we're saying, oh, these outsiders are causing a ruckus, rather than, anything lasting.
Okay.
So you are safe to go into Baytherry. I tried to convey that, but I don't think it really carried.
Okay.
Okay, so
So, I missed the smell.
it smells like cedar, and there's not nearly as many people here this time because the Averhold games are just days away. And you know what? It's probably for the best you didn't take the road that's marked with red, because it's probably full of tourists.
Well, personally, I believe we should make our own peace with Rathbone before we leave.
I agree.
Okay, so where are you going?
To Rathbone!
How do you
figured
get
the
there?
Rangers.
There you go.
That too.
Rengis holds the keys.
So you go into the Boar's Head Tavern, and much like usual, it is still lively in here, but not nearly as lively as it was back when you guys first met here, with what seems like months ago, but it was really only 2 weeks. So
Jeez.
it's kind of weird. Excuse me. So let me just play that music in the background.
Oh, no, it's gonna get sad.
And the same tavern conversation. So you guys walk in to the Boar's End Tavern side by side, like some kind of heroic opening. You have Rigavoom with you now. Or Joachim Riga? He doesn't go by Rigavoom anymore. We're going to respect his name. Damn it. Now, did anybody want to like put him in cuffs or bind him or anything?
Andy would get him by the hood or whatever he's wearing.
So
I say if he's being peaceful, I don't think I'd want to be suspicious.
Personally, Nova wouldn't have really tried simply because the man was far too emaciated to really make much of a getaway, even if he tried.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys walk in with Joaquin. Fucking hell! I can't believe I laughed at that.
I was gonna congratulate you on that.
Yeah, like I did not intend that to be a joke, but it happened anyway. Anyway, so just to refresh some players and people at home who the Barkeep is, there is this grayish skinned elfish man with a forearm tattoo and a neck tattoo, with all manner of piercings, a fluffy white mohawk, and pitch black eyes, which is completely unusual for elves of any color. Also at his hip is a holstered revolver that he keeps holstered because it's a gun. They're very valuable and very rare here. But if he needs to use it, he'll use it. Oh, hey, it's you guys.
Yep.
Yes,
Hello?
Hello, Rendis.
Yeah, hi. I thought you guys were gonna be Neighborhold by now.
We've got business here.
You got
Looks
business.
at Joachim.
Yes, hello. My name is Joachim Riga. I am here to talk to the friend that is. I am not good at this suave conversation. Apologies. I am here for Rathbone. Ren just stops polishing the glass that he's polishing. Always. Okay. Yeah, I can help lead you there. Usually, these are a little bit more cloak and dagger kind of affairs, but you know. All right, I'm just gonna set a couple spells here. One moment, and he swishes his hands around, and you don't know what he's doing, but it's something magical. All right, follow me. The bar will be fine without me for a little bit.
No follow.
Also, in case it wasn't clear to the audience or other people, Nova would have covered up for these more public areas.
Ah, right, yes. Because Nova is trying to conceal the fact that he's a fire genasi, and not, a normal, everyday, average human. Because fire genasi in general, are rare in this world. And his mother had told him as such to be very careful. So Ren just takes you to the room that is always left vacant and takes you down into the secret crypt. Down, down, down down along the long pathway to the tomb of Rathbone, the undead knoll. He opens the door.
He gets
And
on the floor.
and then he walks the dinosaur out of there. So let me get up. Shit, did I not have? I know I have him here. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to find Rathbone here. Oh, he's in the wrong
Down.
section. That's... Oh, why is it so tiny? Hang on. Please hold. A representative will be with you shortly. Where is he?
You lost him.
I didn't lose him. I just temporarily misplaced him.
He was in our hearts the whole time.
And also in this catacomb.
Oh, okay, it is here. It's just the file's corrupted, so I can't pull it up. So basically, it's an undead gnoll in armor, heavy armor. The armor is rusted. The gnoll has basically been reduced to a skull face that always looks like it's smiling. He's got two little red dots for eyes that often help convey his emotions because he no longer has an actual face. And yeah, he's an undead boy. He doesn't look good, but he's always in high spirits, always gives a thumbs up, very friendly to everybody he meets. And he's called Rathbone the Silent because even in life he could not speak because he had his tongue cut out when he was young. So now the tongue would have simply rotted away, but he didn't have it to rot away in the first place. So, yeah. So that's so you're now in this chamber with Rathbone. Rathbone is happy to see you guys and just applauds. He's like, "Yay, my friends are here," except he doesn't talk.
Hello, Rathbone.
And then he waves excitedly at you. Kajoa waves excitedly back at him. "Hi, Rathbone."
They just wave gently. Well, I suppose it's time.
Yeah, well, I gotta get back to the bar, so you guys sure you're gonna
Yes.
be okay with this guy here?
Yes, I think we can handle ourselves. We'll be fine.
Okay. All right, going back up then, and then he heads back out, leaving you guys alone with Riga, Rathbone, and just like the same crypt with the large stone sarcophagus in the middle. All of the chairs and benches have been removed though, so this is no longer the secret meeting place it once was.
So, how are we going to do this?
Oh, yes, I suppose the time for this to happen shall happen.
Should we make our peace first?
I suppose so.
All right. Okay, above game, who's gonna go first?
I thought you all already volunteered, but
I know, but just
Yeah.
like I wanted to like give people a chance.
Forest has never met Rathbone before, and so is
Yes, you
probably
have.
sorry, did not in life and barely interacted, and so she's probably like just going to say it was a pleasure meeting you, and like that's her entire.
Thumbs up from Rathbone.
Shaq only like nods since he never talked to Rathbone.
Rathbone nods back and then gives a thumbs up.
Pringle is still slightly freaked out by the zombie knoll, so he's just gonna hide behind Wayra.
No.
Just give a thumbs up from out behind Wayra.
Oh, by the way, here's the picture of Rathbone for the people at home.
Lyra not being the terribly emotionally expressive type.
Which is weird for a bard.
She is when she performs. She's just not like during other times. It's like whenever you see emotion from her, it's because she's putting on an act. I'm sorry, I did not make a very nice character.
That's okay.
Hey, some bards are like that.
Yeah. But she does feel bad for Rathbone, and so she pulls out her dulcimer, which she very rarely brings out, being that it's a far more delicate instrument, and just starts playing for him.
Rathbone tries to keep a beat, just clapping along, but his motor skills are not once what they were during life.
Oh.
And his little eye dots make that little upside down U shape to indicate his happiness.
Oh my god, that's adorable! Oh my god.
Oh.
He's making the exact face in this picture. Oh, and we're not in the tavern anymore, so I should stop the tavern music.
Yeah. He's the cutest undead gnoll.
It's, Nova comes up to Rathbone and looks him in the eyes. And it's I'm very sad to had to meet you in these sorts of circumstances. This may be not what you wanted in life, but I am so very glad that I was able to meet you at all. My mother always spoke very fondly of you when she told me the story of how we came to live where we did, and I know I've already give my thanks, but you were one of the people that helped make sure that I am here today, and I am glad that you are able to get something that you want now.
Rathbone
And then-
nods solemn. Oh, sorry.
And then he hugs Rathbone.
Rathbone is at first surprised because nobody really wants to hug a dead thing, but he greatly enjoys embracing. And this is probably the first hug he's ever gotten, since being resurrected as an undead.
No.
So, yeah, he looks like if he was capable of crying, he looks like he would be ready to cry just from the emotion of the moment.
Oh. Alright, I guess Avney's just gonna go up to Rathbone. Just, you understand what's going to happen, yes?
Rathbone nods solemnly.
Yes. Well, I hope you will be at peace wherever you go.
He nods again, and then he does the. Then he makes his hands into like a bird shadow puppet and makes it like fly skyward.
Yes. Yes, fly high. Indeed.
Thumbs up.
And I will be sure to tell Ushnar whenever we find him about you and what we've done to help you.
He applauds that.
Very good. Just pat him on the shoulder and then hug.
Yeah, he gets 2 hugs today. It's a very special day. He's getting sent
He
off.
sure do.
Yes, well. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. And then they just pull away, just wipe a tear from eye and step away.
Yes, well. Is there anything else? Anyone else wish to pay their respects before we undertake this?
If we're doing this,
Fringle is going to summon his shield, and he's going to point it at Rigavoom. I forgot what his new name was.
Joaquin.
Joaquim.
if you try to do anything, I will cut your head off.
Rest assured, there will be no need for that. I have made
Still.
my peace. What does that even mean, what he just said?
He has made peace with the situation.
That's it.
Sure. That's what he meant.
Fringle's going to insight
Go ahead.
what he said.
Please incite the foreigner trying to speak a language he
God.
He's so you get the feeling that something unexpected is about to happen, but you're not sure what, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be bad. But what you simply thought would happen would be Rathbone's spirit would be released and the body would fall dead, but you get that feeling that no, there's something more to what's going to go on here. He's almost
And-
all too proud of like just kind of holding it in. Riga is.
Can I hold an action to see if, like, Rathbone or Riga start attacking us to attack Riga?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So, Nova, before he goes up to Rathbone, before Riga goes up to Rathbone, he puts a hand on your shoulder. It was very nice to meet you and to hear an accent that I am familiar with. No matter what happens today, if you find my wife and my son, you tell them the good that I've done.
Who are they? I'm sorry.
Selena Riga and shit, I had his name here. Hold on.
Selena and the child I never cared about.
The child.
We named him Child.
All right,
It would be
boy.
easier to
Riga.
remember.
No, he just went through his whole life just like Kratos. All right, boy.
You guys are making hard to look up. Okay, so Selena is the wife's name, and the child's name is Jose.
Do they live in Surkash or do they live other places?
Yes, last I checked, they live in Surkaj, but that was many years ago. I don't even know if my son remembers me. But I know they left when they found out what I did. And that's when I retreated to the north.
I understand.
He pats your shoulder, and he goes up to Rathbone. Well then, my large friend. I suppose it is time. With that, his hands start charging with a blue arcane energy, and he places them both upon Rathbone, who immediately starts shaking. They are both shaking and quaking violently as just arcane energies pump through the both of them. And with a bright white flash, everything goes quiet, and everybody is temporarily blinded. And it's right here where we're going to take a break.
Of course you do.
You are
Okay.
terrible.
Right.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Okay, so
However, I am really thirsty. I need to go get some water.
yep, be back in
Yeah, sure.
in 5 minutes.
Hey,
I gotta be honest, the first thing that came to mind of the white flash and everyone's blinded is just, but that's Tien's thing!
I fucking know.
Hakapa!
Oh my god. I think I have to make a perception check at some point because I'm really curious about how many people are staring at Jack and his now clean, because I'm assuming at some point during the rest they came across like a brook or a stream.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that shield made out of a troll boar skull. I gotta remember to
Thanks for
do
the host,
that.
Zool.
Hooray. Thank you.
Yeah, it's certainly unusual. Yee.
Yeet.
We no yeet anything here.
If Jack yeets the skull horns forward, would it count as a weapon?
No.
Aw.
It is a shield, and it is good for shielding. You are certainly able to bash people with it, at which point it would be... There's like a mechanic for that, but I struggle
Like-
to reach for it right now.
It's like an improvised weapon, I think. Or something like that.
Maybe. I feel like there was something specifically with like bashing with a shield. I know if you have Shield Master, you can use your shield to push someone back, but I feel
I
like...
feel like that's just like specifically being able to do so with a bonus action.
Yes.
I think, but I think maybe you can normally do it as an action.
Yes, that's true. That's what I meant. Yeah.
It's...
I'm gonna have to like mess around with Nightbot to not have... I can actually probably safely disable Nightbot for a bit because, I mean, we have a small enough audience where we don't really get a whole lot of message spam. So it's like, all it's doing is just kind of like being a bit of a shit to people who are having fun, and that's no good. So I'm gonna disable it.
It's like, all I wanted to do was do in all caps, no.
I want to quote Jack swearing, but I won't let it through. Because Jack is the sweary boy.
Let's see here. Spam protection. Disable. Disable that. So the only thing that's gonna be, gonna be blacklisted is, yeah. Oh, that's cool, Akira. Yeah. Oh, I got a new notification. Okay. I'm gonna have to take a look at that a little bit later.
What's happening?
Not much. So let's see here. Let's see who's back. Salix, are you back?
Yes.
Miyoko is on mute. Cheryl, are you back?
Yes.
Okay. Dan, are you here?
Yes.
Zool
Yes.
and Mega.
Lady D, can you handle this? Salix, can you handle this? Zool, can you handle this?
That depends. Is X gonna give it to me?
And that answers my question that Miyoko's back. So, all right. You guys ready to get back into it?
Yes.
Time passes and it feels like everybody is just in a state of shock and paralysis of sorts. The absolute deafening silence and the bright white light that you had seen is only now just starting to fade. And as it fades, you see a you don't see Riga. He's no longer there. You see a young Knoll wearing very polished armor. Oh, I gotta thank you, Akira, for noticing that. And I don't actually have a picture of him. You see a young Knoll wearing very polished armor, just kind of like looking around bleary-eyed.
Is that you, Rathbone?
Yeah, he nods.
Cannot be.
I did not think that necromancy was capable of this.
Rathbone is just looking at his hands and like feeling all over his face.
That's because it isn't. This is something different.
Yes.
Layra's just staring in shock.
Yes, what is happening right now?
What's that?
This is
Just staring in shock.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should go get ranges.
Yes, that would be a
Yeah.
good
So,
idea.
Is
That might
Jack?
be a good idea.
Jack kind of wants to look at the spot where Joaquin was standing in.
Joaquin is completely gone. There is a robe that is very similar, if not the exact robe that Joaquin was wearing, and what looks to be a pile of ash within the robe.
I think I found Riga.
Oh, dear Morel.
Kojoa,
Huh?
run and go get Renji. Very
Ah.
quick.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. And she does.
I'm just imagining her Naruto running down the hallway.
Well, she had to actually exit out through the graveyard because like the
Ah,
tunnel's been sealed behind you. But yeah.
even better.
Layra kind of walks over to the robe and crouches down looking at the pile of ash. And now I'm going to do something potentially stupid.
Okay.
Because I can. I'm going to reach down and touch the ashes and cast Identify.
Human remains.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah! Like I said, potentially stupid.
This is a kind of magic that is far beyond what anybody that you know of who handles magic is capable of. You've heard stories about this wish, about this spell called Wish, but they were supposedly only legends.
Oh, okay. Where just sort of like sits back on her heels, looking even more shocked than before, because this is something she didn't realize was actually real.
Wait, what is it?
Have you ever heard of a wish, like a real wish?
Yes?
That's what he used.
You used
Okay.
I think he gave his life into Rathbone with the wish.
Does Nova have at least a slightly better idea of how Wish might have been applied here?
Roll Knowledge Arcana.
Yoki doke.
And take advantage, too.
Because D really wants you to figure it out.
Hush.
Well,
he didn't need it anyway. He got a 23. So a little bit of advanced stuff here. So while you know about Wish, and it was featured and mentioned offhand in some of your mother's books, Wish usually requires the use of a perfectly flawless gemstone of very high value, and basically permission from the gods to do it. Like, not that the gods will be able to really stop the wish, but they'll be able to intervene and stop it that way, if that makes sense, what I just said. They can't stop the spell, but they can stop the person casting the spell.
This was retribution.
Are you certain of that?
Retribution or redemption?
It is that, and like he sort of like relays the sort of information. Like, Wish is a very powerful spell, but it can come at a heavy cost, and even heavier if you are not allowed to use it.
And why could it not have been both? The retribution and the redemption.
I imagine that is why Rathbone is standing here and he is not.
Oh shit! I bit my tongue. Oh, what? I got a tongue. What?
Rathbone?
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
This feels weird.
I certainly imagine.
Ah,
How are you feeling?
Alive.
How are you speaking?
He
It
just
seems the
shows
Wish
his
may have
tongue.
restored his tongue.
Fringo's more asking like, how does he know how to speak if he's never had a tongue?
Oh, he's had a tongue. It just got cut out, like, because his story. If in case you don't recall,
Nova remembers this.
Yeah, but just for the benefit of both the viewing audience and anybody who may not remember. So, Rathbone was originally a slave, and during his time as a slave, he had his tongue removed, but was still kept as a slave because he could still work. He was rescued by Blount, and they had been like inseparable friends ever since, until he died and then was resurrected.
It certainly was unexpected, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Forrest is going to go up to Rathbone, like uncomfortably close to his face. She's just like going to slowly reach forward and poke him on the nose.
He booped me.
And then she's just going to smile and hug him.
Okay, hugs are nice. And then he hugs back.
Okay.
It seems you will need to find a new name for yourself.
Why? What's wrong with Rathbone?
What is wrong with
I mean
Rathbone?
more Rathbone the Silent.
Oh well.
Rathbone the talkative.
I mean that was more.
Aren't you technically supposed to be, well, dead? So I don't know if you could use your name.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I doubt there's many people out there using Rathbone.
Oh, I mean, it's a pretty popular name up in Sharpsword. It's kind of a Nolish name that is used. It's like how the humans call themselves like Joe and John and
Yes, that is so
Indeed.
weird. That is
Indeed,
very weird.
strange people.
yeah. It's not quite to that level, but it's maybe like a George level.
Oh my.
Oh, what if we called you Rathbone?
I feel like you're making a joke, but I don't get it.
You want me to punch him in the face?
Oh no, don't do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Please do not punch Jacques, please.
I've got to punch myself.
Do that, no.
Don't hit yourself, brah.
Okay.
You're very fun. I like you.
Great. I like you too.
So what
Thumbs up.
happens now?
Good question. I don't know. I thought I was gonna go back to the afterlife, but
Yeah, but we all were thinking that.
oh wow, it was so weird.
Well, Orange still owes me a drink, so if you'd like a free drink, you could have mine.
I think I could get free drinks on my own, but sure.
Speaking of ranges, where's Kajoa?
Right here. And she says as the crypt door
Right on cue.
opens.
Ah, yes.
Whoa. Holy shit. Hi, Regis. Whoa, holy shit, he talks. He talks now, and it sounds completely different than what I thought it would sound like.
Should
were-
we contact Blount?
Yeah, let me do that. And he pulls out a wine cork from his pocket and puts it up to his forehead, and just stands there silently.
What?
And as that's happening, Forrest is like gonna lean over to Nova and just very quietly whisper, "Hey Nova, is Sharpsword near the coast?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Is Sharpsword near the coast?"
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
It must be a Jersey thing.
What is it, Josie?
Jesus.
I think it's a kind of shit.
Yeah.
Salix, I would like to ask you to please clarify what you said.
I said I think it's a kind of shirt.
Okay. Because both things that I heard would have been great.
Okay, so I just got off messaging with Blount. Yeah, you guys are gonna take Rathbone here directly to him.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah, he's in
Is he in?
yeah he's in
Neighborhood?
he's in Everhold. Yes, yeah, he's there doing business. Representing the business interests of the Dwarven Kingdom and all that boring horse shit. This is certainly not boring horse shit, though. This is wholly unexpected. Oh my god.
Mac kind of needs to give me something, and Knack. Could I make a quick detour on the way there?
Oh, sure. I guess it doesn't really matter which way you take there, but
Great. So
as long as
yeah,
you get there in time.
that'll be fine.
Hey, Rathbone.
Oh yeah, what's up?
I think Rangis wants a hug.
Regis. What? Come on, dude. Gonna give you a hug. Okay. I will allow this to happen. And he kind of like stands there like a frozen fish, and gets hugged awkwardly by this 7-foot tall knoll guy.
Kojora, quickly, group hug time.
Group hugs. And then she's like, just forcibly plows everybody into the hug. She is
Why?
she is small, but she is strong.
I can't breathe.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I need to breathe.
Oh okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hug over.
Our whole nose like this. First Usnar and now Rathbone.
Yeah, it's like a thing. Ah.
At least you are not being thrown around.
True.
Yeah.
Please don't.
No,
Yes, please do.
I won't throw you. Unless you want to be thrown, but you tell me that, okay? I only throw with consent.
Okay.
uh,
Not that wasn't enjoyable or anything. I believe we should begin our trek to Everhold.
before you go, you actually got a package up top side here.
Oh?
Yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
let's go back to the bar. Hold on. And then he like just kind of like nudges the door open that was, usually sealed.
Alright.
So you make your way back to the bar, and let me just pull up the correct window. So, and apologies, people at home, I accidentally minimized the Roll20 window, so now it's acting weird. Just a moment.
Does not compute. Does not compute.
Oh shit! Did I lose everybody?
So
No, we.
Here.
Okay, everybody is roboting out. Hold on.
Damn you, Spectrum!
Yeah, that's been like a problem, not just for me, but for a lot of people tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But it's a
Spectrum.
rainbow, though.
oh,
No,
Have-
not this
double rainbow.
Having worked for them, I can say, fuck them. I'm not bitter about my former employer.
Having utilized their services, I can say fuck them.
Oh,
I'm not bitter about my internet cutting out.
that's why my F was a little bit more pointed. It's like fuck them. Okay, so without further ado, so Avne,
Yes.
there
Hi.
is going to be a thing showing up here. There's
Okay.
So now that you're back at the bar, Regis pulls out a large parcel that has an envelope attached to it.
Now read the envelope.
All right, let me just prep something really quick. Come on. Hang on, Roll20's not letting me do the thing. Please hold.
Your stream is very important to us, and we will clean it once better water clean bills are passed.
The
Okay.
beatings will continue until the stream improves.
Hang on, I'm gonna have to do this. Durr. Why are you not letting me do the thing? Here we go. Okay. And something special to go along with it.
Dear Avne, it was a unique honor to meet you and grant you your official title as devoted paladin. The signet ring may be your official mark of your new status, but I felt you needed something a little extra. Enclosed in the parcel accompanying this letter is a surcoat to wear over your armor. Though, please only use it for ceremonies or important events. I doubt it would withstand an adventurer's life. And speaking of important events, I am giving you and your cohorts my tickets for my private box at the Averhold Games. I will be unable to attend myself due to an important task elsewhere. I hope that you may use them yourselves. All the best. Ox 10 Corvray, first Sword of the Wind and devoted paladin of Merele. P.S. I was only joking about the wooden ring thing. We didn't actually make them out of wood. P.P.S. Do keep an eye on your friends. They worry me. But I'm sure a paladin of Merele will be able to handle them. P.P.P.S. Enjoy the games.
Yes, and that was Edward Bosco being so kind as to read that off for a recording.
Oh my god.
So that's great.
You will have to send that to me.
Yeah, you'll be able to. I will most certainly do so. But you'll also be able to check the
Damn.
archive when your internet's better.
Yes.
So yeah.
Thank you, Bosco.
Thank you, Bosco.
Okay.
So
Simmer down. Oh, okay. I guess upon finished reading that, they're gonna open the little parcel, take a little peek.
Okay, wrapped in a plain paper bag, not bag, but just plain paper wrapping, bound with twine. I was trying to be all descriptive, and I fucked it up.
Shit.
Shit. So bound in a bag is, damn it, I said bag again. It's paper. It's brown
Roll with it.
paper. Roll with it.
Just roll with it.
Is a very fine surcoat indeed, made of some kind of satiny, silky fabric. It is all black with gold trim and a golden symbol of Merle on the tummy of the garment. It's intended to be worn over your armor, as indicated in the letter. And I'm trying to talk while I get the thing uploaded because for some reason Roll20 deleted my upload from earlier. So just gonna breathe, not gonna get angry. Just gonna
Yeah, just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay.
just breathe. It's okay. It's fine.
I say at myself and other people.
So show this to everybody. So this is what the surcoat looks like on Avne.
Woohoo!
Look at
Cool.
that. Handsome. Very, very nice garment. It's nice and
Look at
silky.
them go.
Look at them go.
Look at them go.
Sweet.
So yeah. With that, unless anybody has anything they want to do.
I wanted to do a couple things. One, I want to get that drink from Renges that I am still old.
Ren just gives you 2 and tells you to never talk about it again.
So he offers one to Rathbone and he drinks the other.
Nice. Bottoms up. And he downs it.
And I want to see real quick if anyone in the tavern is looking at Jack because he is still wearing that troll boar shield.
Yeah, there's people kind of like whispering and kind of trying to be surreptitious about the way that they're looking at you. And I don't know if that's the correct usage of that word now that I think about it.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. They're just kind of, casting, glances at you, but trying not to be obvious about it. Your shield, made out of the head of an exotic animal that is grotesque and frightening. Yeah. They're almost as surprised by that as they are by the 7-foot tall knoll in polished plate mail.
All right, I was just curious. He's not going to do anything about it.
I just want to let you all know that Avney's like they kind of forgot that they're around people. So upon reading the letter and seeing the circle, they're just like,
Avney
they,
squeeze with
committing
delight.
that to memory.
yeah, I got the sparkly eyes and like hopping on the feet a little bit.
Forrest is committing all of that to memory.
Oh shit!
All for
Oh,
blackmail
shit!
purpose. I mean, what?
Shit!
Would
But-
never do that.
Hmm. Yeah, they kind of forgot they're around people, so
How many tickets came with the letter?
It's actually just one pass that just grants access to like a private box. So, from what you would know as a noble, a lot of very important people have like their own private boxes at these events. In fact, your family has one, but it's being used by your aunt. So,
Right.
and it's very much like a private suite almost with like all the accoutrements, all the bells and whistles and catering and everything.
Right.
It's even
Okay.
better than an NFL box.
Yeah. So, anything else?
Actually, now that Rathbone has the ability to speak, Nova does have a question for Rathbone, if he could possibly answer it.
Oh yeah, what's up?
It's so then. So you knew my mother, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. I met her.
It's that whenever my mother told me stories about how we came to live where we did, she told me of who I now know to be Blount. She also told me about you, but she also always told me about an old woman, a very strange and mysterious woman who also was her midwife, I suppose. And she is the only person that I have not had the chance to thank. Do you happen to remember who she was?
And he gets kind of quiet. It's kind of a long story.
Aren't all stories?
We'll have I'll tell it on the way to Everhold, but for now, I think it's time to just drink.
Okay, I suppose we have the time. I just maybe had been a little too excited.
No, it's all right. And he puts his hand on your shoulder, and it like pretty much envelops your entire shoulder because he's fucking huge.
And Nova feels the weight of that hand. It's like,
Anybody else?
you know what? Why not? Avney's gonna use that coupon they never used for the drink.
Oh, great. Here. And he gives you a drink.
Thank you.
Forrest,
Let's just celebrate.
Forrest is gonna buy a round for the bar.
Yay! Cheers erupt. And unless there's anything else.
Yep, just drinking away.
Did Zul, you mentioned that Avni wanted to talk to Forrest. Does Avni still want to do that?
Not yet. It'll be
Okay.
on the way to Everhold.
Okay.
All right, and with that, we have ended our session for the night. Thank you very much for showing up and watching us play Dungeons and Dragons. We are going to be taking a 1 week break next week, but we will be back on the 24th when we open the next chapter of this adventure. Once again, I was your host, Lady D, and shit, I almost burped into the mic again. Have a good night.
Good night.
Have a good
Good night.
night.
Ciao, bye.
We're gonna raid Takahata.
Yes.
Hooray.
Good.
Bring your pitchforks.
Raid him like the Vikings.
Or just a pitchfork.
We're gonna go there and steal his viewers.
Well, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Imagine if that was how a Twitch raid worked. How much different would Twitch? There
Yeah,
would
it's like
be
maybe
whole